There has been quite a lot of speculation recently regarding the future of 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton in F1. He is yet to renew his contract with Mercedes. Some have suggested that he might be contemplating retirement soon. Hamilton has now revealed how he will come to that decision while speaking to Crowdstrike. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Hamilton reveals when he will consider quitting F1. He began by divulging how there was a time when he was searching for the thing that he was most passionate about. I think we all struggle with something. You have to discover what you were really passionate about and what you love to do. For me personally, there was a moment when that search became too serious. We only have one life, and you have to enjoy what you do. You have to find happiness in it every day. When I stop in the car and I drive out of the garage, I have a big smile on my face, even after all these years. He signed off by revealing when he would consider quitting. If one day I find that this is no longer the case, that I don't enjoy it anymore, that's when I'll consider quitting. Fast feed. Williams' George Russell has suggested that Formula 1 is a hugely exhausting sport as they drive full throttle for 2 hours straight. He further explained that the physical strain is really huge and the mental fatigue that comes from all the information they have to take in makes everything really complicated. Former F1 driver Gerhard Berger sees the Max Verstappen-Charles Leclerc rivalry like that of the Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. He further explained that Charles is a calmer person inside the cockpit. He drives feeling less emotion, like Prost, while Verstappen is very aggressive, a bit like Senna. He also feels that Hamilton remains the most complete and competitive in the starting grid. He always knows how to read the situation perfectly and makes the most of his car on every lap. He has only seen this quality in Senna and Schumacher. The two of them plus Hamilton are the strongest drivers who have ever driven in Formula 1. Andrew Westacott, chairman of the Australian Grand Prix Corporation, has pointed out that they have 176 acres of outdoor space, which is why he doesn't see why there couldn't be an audience during the Australian Grand Prix as long as they use the QR codes and make sure everything can be tracked. Williams' former deputy team principal Claire Williams got a lot of support even when things were down, but at one point public opinion did turn a little against her. She, however, feels that it was justified as she was the leader and ultimately she was responsible. She further admits the last 3 years were very difficult, but there were extenuating circumstances. Red Bull's Sergio Perez noticed that he was alone early on in his racing career, and he often thought Formula 1 is too far away, he'd better go home and live a normal life. However, his family convinced him to stay, his determination did the rest. He also feels that the pre-season test in Bahrain will help him a little bit more because they will do the test and then they will do the race there. He also thinks that they definitely have to narrow the gap with Mercedes and hopefully be able to beat them with both cars on a regular basis. And former F1 driver Guido van der Garde is of the opinion that it's fine what Lewis Hamilton does on the track, but he's becoming a bit of a boring guy off it. Did Claire Williams deserve the criticism she received as team principal? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.